giant monkey. Oh, it's very sad. I wonder how that works. That's better. Oh my good grief. Better. No, did I just... Oh, well, I think I owed a tune anyway, so... We shall see. We shall see. Oh, okay. I seem to be slightly better at keeping resonance up. As long as I'm not in front of somebody. As soon as I'm in front of somebody, I lose it, and yeah, well, there we go.
Read through the quest details, then close the quest book again and fight your way on through with Ball and Leah.
The Spellforce games were always really well done. I mean, they're pretty... Oh, I haven't focused the screen. I'm so terribly sorry. It's a good thing I checked. No, the Spellforce games I always loved because of that mix of RTS and RPG.
Congratulations! You've risen to level 3. Your heroes rose together with you and have also reached level 3. Leah has improved her skills in magic and learned a spell. Open up the equipment window again and select Leah's portrait in there. Now open Leah's spellbook. In order to do this, click on the middle one of the 3 buttons on the right side of the equipment window. Your avatar and your heroes each have their own spellbook. They contain their spells and special abilities they learned, along with gaining new skills. When your avatar or hero rises in levels, their acquired spells and abilities will automatically become more powerful. The empty line in the upper part of the spellbook is the spell memory. Your avatar and your heroes can only use the spells and abilities in their spell memory. With a click of the mouse, take up the spell called Flash from Leah's spellbook. Then put it, with another click, into a slot of Leah's spell memory. Excellent! This way, you can always change the currently usable choice of spells and abilities of your avatar and your heroes. Now close the spellbook and the equipment window, and then select Leah. As you can now see, an actions bar with the flash spell is displayed below for Leah. The use of spells and special abilities costs mana, which will regenerate. Underneath the green bar for the health points in the selection window, you can see a blue bar for mana. Make sure Leah is selected. Left-click on the spell flash in the actions bar, and then left-click again on the opponent behind the gate. You can also use spells and special abilities by selecting a target and then click the click and fight symbol underneath Leah. Defeat the second opponent like this. Since you now know about spells and special abilities, assign the skill point your avatar has won, if you haven't done so already. With his rise to level 3, Bo has achieved rank 2 of the skill combat. Thus he's attained the fighting skill for a blow with increased damage. You can trigger this special ability just like a spell by either choosing it on Bo's actions bar or by clicking the click and fight symbol underneath Bo's portrait. Now continue further on the path, together with Bo and Leah.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Destroy the enemies attacking Night Zone.
This dark elf has been chased by them. She could have told us what's going on here. I will give her our blood. We must find out what is happening here.
But I was...
Dead, yes. You have received the blood of the Shaikon. The power of the dragon it contains has brought you back to life.
I owe you my life. Tell me the price I have to pay.
Tell me what is going on here. Who are those warriors? They're no common dark elves.
They are the soldiers of the Shadow Pact, scouts of an army that's marching toward this country, and a part of the army is already on its way to the northwest.
The northwest? That means toward home. We have to light a warning fire, so our people can flee to the fortress in time. Let's go up to the sentry point.
There's still more I need to tell you. I will accompany you on your way.
You resurrected Night Song with the blood bond and made her a member of your group. She remains independent, however, and thus only counts as a companion. Contrary to heroes, companions join you only temporarily. You can't equip them or have any influence on their skills. Continue on the way until you get to the marked spot. You can use some objects, like this lever for example. Make sure your avatar is selected, then click the lever with the right mouse button.
Your village has already been surrounded.
It's too late. They're cut off.
There are too many enemies. You cannot help them anymore.
There is a frontier post of the realm close by. We have to get help from there before these creatures annihilate our village.
Now go to the outpost of the humans in the east, together with your heroes and Night Song. A sign above a person means you can talk to this character. And
Step no further, Dragonblood. What do you want here with a dark elf?
To warn you of an army that is about
select your avatar and talk to Wolf.
and whose advanced guard has already encircled our village. We need your help to free it, Knights of the Realm.
A Shy-Con is asking me for help? You are no servants of the light. You'd betray anyone just to suit your needs. My father died simply because he trusted one of you.
That lies far in the past. My people will die. Do you want their blood on your hands, Knight of the Light?
No. We'll help you, under one condition. You have to bring what you begin to an end. Don't ever abandon your people.
I swear by the blood of the dragon in my veins, I'll not be like my ancestors. I'll never abandon my troops. Now help us, please.
May the gods curse you if you ever break your oath. So be it then. We will help you save your village.
You were just given a headquarter. Now you can create craftsmen and build up an army camp. Along with the buildings, you were given some craftsmen. They know how to gather raw materials and build or repair buildings. First, you should make sure your army camp is supplied with enough raw materials. There are the following raw materials: stone, silver, and lenya. They are shown as white dots on the minimap. In the beginning, you should gather some silver, so you can hire more craftsmen, and later on recruit a few soldiers to guard the camp. Select a few craftsmen, and with a right click, send them to work at the highlighted silver deposit. Good. Your craftsmen will now mine the silver and deliver it to your headquarters. In the upper menu bar, you can see how many raw materials you own. Let your craftsmen collect at least 50 pieces of silver. Very good. Now you have enough silver to hire some more craftsmen. In order to do that, select your headquarters. In the actions list below, you see all the different units that can be created at the headquarters. There are also buttons for building upgrades of the headquarters. You will find normal craftsmen in the list on the bottom left. Next to that are more buttons for craftsmen who start gathering raw material as soon as they are close to a deposit. Make sure your headquarters is selected and click on the button for Craftsman Stone until you can see 5 craftsman symbols queue up in the selection window on the left. These craftsmen get to work right away and start gathering stone in the nearest stone deposit. But later on, you can also assign them different tasks. Craftsmen not only gather the raw material, they also know how to erect buildings or how to repair damaged ones. When you select a craftsman, a construction menu appears on the lower edge of the screen. It shows you all the buildings you are currently allowed to build. When you place the mouse over one of the building icons, you will learn more about the costs, the functions, and the preconditions for building it. In order to recruit simple military units, you need a blacksmith. As soon as your blacksmith is finished, you can create soldiers in the headquarters. Attached to your mouse, you now see a preview of the building. Place the building with a click as close as you can to the spot with the glowing mark. Very good. Your craftsman will now start building the blacksmith. Here's how you speed up the construction of buildings. Simply select more craftsmen and assign them to the construction site with a right click. As soon as your blacksmith is finished, you can create soldiers in the headquarters. Select your headquarters and create at least 5 soldiers. Congratulations! You've just created your first little army. Military units are on a lower level than heroes, but you can always create large numbers of military units as long as you gather enough raw materials. Select your soldiers, attack the opponents at the glowing mark with a right click, and defeat them. little farther ahead, a larger force with some mages has set up camp. Mages are long-range fighters who can destroy your soldiers before they reach them. Before you attack this force, you should create a few long-range fighters for yourself. A crossbowman is the simplest long-range fighter. To create him, you have to upgrade the blacksmith into a workshop. Select the blacksmith in your camp and click on the button Workshop in the actions bar on the bottom right. In case you don't have enough stone, your craftsman must first gather more of it. If you enlarge your army, you will soon need more space for military units. Each military unit uses one or more unit slots. In the upper menu bar, you can see how many unit slots for military units you have, and how many of them are occupied already. Farms are buildings that increase the number of your unit slots. In case all your craftsmen are busy at the moment, recruit some more normal craftsmen in your headquarters. On the right of the selection window, there is the button for Idle Craftsmen. It shows you the number of craftsmen currently out of work, so you can easily select them. Click on the button Idle Craftsman several times, and each click will add one idle craftsman to the selection. Select at least 3 idle craftsmen like this. Now click on Farm in the Actions list and place the construction site on the marked spot with another click. As soon as your craftsmen have erected the farm, the number of available unit slots rises by 5. Select your headquarters. With the enlargement of the forge to a workshop, the recruitment of crossbowmen has become available. Recruit at least 5 crossbowmen. For better control, you should subdivide your army into groups. Groups will help you send units with different abilities into the battle at just the right time. Double-click on one of your soldiers. A double-click selects all the units of the according type that are in the viewing area at the moment. On the upper menu bar, you can see several small buttons. Click on the first one from the left to create a group of your currently selected soldiers at this place. Very good. Underneath the small button, there is a new portrait now. It represents the group and can be used like the portraits of your avatar and your heroes. You can select the group by clicking the group portrait or pressing the 1 button on your keyboard. Now double-click on a crossbowman to select all units of this kind. Create a second group by clicking on the small button next to the first group. Now move both groups close to the enemy camp. In the following battle, take care that your crossbowmen take out the enemy mages as quickly as possible. To select the strongest opponent in the current viewing area, you can simply press the tab button on your keyboard. Pressing it again selects the next strongest enemy, and so forth. Use the tab button to select an enemy, and the click and fight symbols underneath the green portraits to better focus the attack of your troops on the enemy. Destroy the enemy camps by destroying all enemy units and buildings. Congratulations! You have just mastered your first battle in Spellforce 2 Shadow Wars. This introduction ends here, but in the course of the game, you will get further hints for more developed playing techniques.
There you are, at last. You arrived just in time.
We must not stay here. The Norcane says even more enemies will come.
If her news is that important, you should take her to the Patriarch. Proceed with her to the fortress. We'll follow later.
The Patriarch?
Our Lord Ur. He'll know what to do.
Welcome home. We heard about what happened. Keep going up the mountain. The Patriarch is already waiting for you there.
Patriarch.
It's been a long time, my child. Tell me all.
I bring you this Norcane. She knows what's going on.
I am called Nightsong. I bring you news from a war among brothers in the land of the Dark Elves. A part of my people has allied themselves with the Shadows. They call themselves the Pact.
The Shadows.
Creatures from another world, enemies of all life, and they are on their way here, together with an army of the Norcane.
And you want to warn us? Why should we trust you?
Before my father, Craig Unchalak, died, he gave me this, the sigil of the Norcane. That should suffice for a reference.
So Craig was killed?
Yes, his last will was that I should warn the people of the light against the shadows. So I have to continue my way to the kingdom of the humans.
Yes, you will have to go there. And you, child, will accompany her.
But what about the army of the Pact? I have to help defend here.
No, child. You have to get help. Search for Baron Ortbrand in Noramar. He'll give you an escort to get to King Ulf. Bring your warning to the king, and come back with an army that can fight against this pact. We will hold position here.
But Patriarch...
You serve a dragon. You are not a commoner.
We are called the Shaikon. Our family has always been in a blood bond with the dragon called Ur. For the 12th celebration of my name consecration, I mixed my blood with the blood of the dragon. Just like all Shaikon do.
Shaikon, in the dark language, means godless.
That's a long story. Now come.
Right, while they're running down there, I'm going to get some water.
Legion keeps marching to the north, the Second Legion shall set up camp here. Here we are, just as you wanted us to be. Now explain to me how we're going to get past the dragon, or the wall.
Don't you worry. Mother has thought of everything.
Wait! Before you go, I need to tell you something. Come here. We need to talk. I thought we'd have more time before you leave us.
What is it that troubles you, Kolar? Tell me.
We don't talk much about our creator.
Malachi? He created our blood just because he was craving power. The gods have cursed him. It's better for us if we forget about his heritage.
But you know his soul is still in our blood. For generations it's been hiding there from the punishment of the light gods.
Yes. Sometimes I can hear his whispering in my dreams. But those are old stories. We have other troubles right now.
Never underestimate the malignity that sleeps in your blood. I was going to discuss so much with you still, but you need to move on. Be careful, blood of my blood.
Noramar. Let's hope the Shaikon are still welcomed by the Falcons. That's Falcon Castle, Baron Ortbond's fortress up there. That's where we're going.
An undead! An undead in the lands of the light?
There is a lot of evil hidden in the depths of these mountains. Does that scare a daughter of Craig Unshalak? Go!
Keep such jokes to yourself if you want to retain your body parts, Shaikon. But indeed, it is as if everything he taught me died along with him. As if I had forgotten how to handle these swords. But it will come back to me, and I will prove worthy of his heritage.
What is going on here, soldier?
A lawless necromancer has opened the vault of the undead. His adepts have banned our holy fires everywhere. Without these fires, we have no protection against the undead in the vault. Each of the fires is banned with a spell by an adept. If we manage to kill him, the fire will burn again. Can you see the fire tower up there? There is one of them. If you are a friend of Noramar, then help us to defeat him. The holy fire is burning. The light is coming back. Greetings, your lordship.
I have lit the fire.
The light is with us again, but only when all the watchfires on this side of the mountain are burning again can we return home. Light the 3 remaining fires on the way to Falk. Take my folks along for help. May Tiara...
I'll take care of the fires.
Good luck.
What's going to happen to you? Do you want to stay behind?
Fate will be my judge, but I do have one last wish. This letter is for my bride Solveig. I don't know if I'll survive this day, so would you please take it to her at Falcon Castle?
She will receive it. Be assured. Farewell.
Look, over there! Another fire has been lit!
Go!
burning again! Take a look! In the east are burning again, Baron!
Open the gates and let our men come home. They've fulfilled their duty.
down.
You can summon your brothers and sisters just like that?
We are linked by the blood of the dragon in our veins. We can call each other with the help of the blood ritual over miles and miles, even across the threshold of death.
So even if you got killed, Boar and Leah could call you?
Yes, as long as one of them is alive and can perform the ritual.
Oh.
If only I could know the two of them are safe and sound.
I have a letter for you from Rotgar.
Oh, thank you. So Rotgar is alive. You didn't accidentally hear anything from a soldier called Leaf, did you?
Leaf is dead. Rotgar left him to the undead.
Rotgar, that murderer! The Baron must be informed of this.
I will tell the Baron. Rotgar will have his punishment.
Yes, and also tell my father what kind of man his brave Rotgar is. His name is Ulan, and he is the weapons master of the fortress.
Baron Ortbrand, I bring you greetings from Ur and the Shaikon. We ask for your support. The Dark Elves have allied themselves with the Shadows, and they are marching against the peoples of the Light. They are already threatening my homelands.
The army of the High Mark must come to our aid. Help us to convince the king, Baron.
Want us to believe a dark elf and a dragonblood spawned from a line of traitors?
Baron! Dark Elves at the South Pass! They're on their way to Falcon Castle! A huge army! We are lost!
The Shaikon has brought them here.
Quiet, son. Summon the troops. You will secure the castle. And you, Shaikon, shall have the opportunity to prove whether you are trustworthy or not. You have to block the attacker's way. The dwarves of this country have built a horn, whose sound can make the south side of the Madan Gore mountain collapse, in case the Dark Ones are overrunning us. It is along the path by which you have come. Take some of my riders and secure the horn, before the enemies reach it. Then blow the horn. The avalanche of rocks will block the enemy's way.
Quick! You must reach it before the Norcane get there! Send the riders on to secure the horn!
Okay, I'm gonna quickly pause the stream here. I need to do the washing up and get some bread out. I'll probably be about half an hour and then I'll be back on again, so I'll see you in a bit.